We welcome our Frozen Faceoff champ, St. Cloud State head coach Bob Motzko. We got Mikey, Eyssimont, and goalie Charlie Lindgren. We'll open up to questions in a second. Coach, if you can start with a statement, please.
We're awful proud of our guys. We're trying to guard everything right now with emotion, because we talked about it yesterday is, we just put this, we won the first round of the playoffs, we've got another round to go. So we're excited, but we want to park it quickly and try to stay off an emotional roller coaster. And I thought that was the key to our game tonight. We didn't get off to a great start. Duluth did. But about midway through the second period, that's where it changed. It was started with Ben Storm and that line. They got a real intense forecheck going. We followed up with another one. They iced the puck twice. We got a top line out there. We scored to tie it up. And I thought from that time frame there, midway through the second period, I thought we got very consistent, very businesslike, very limited chances, and played a very solid, strong game from that point on. So I like the fact we didn't start great, but we found a way to be very businesslike to get it done.
Mikey, it's pretty easy, right? You come to the Twin Cities, you win a tournament, you get to be the tournament MVP. And is that how it's going to be the whole pattern?
Yep.
I wish I could say it would be, but I mean, we'll have to see till next year. Yeah.
What was difficult, I guess, early on to get your guys' offense going? Because it seemed like they were limiting some of your chances early on in the game.
Yeah, going against that top line with Tony Nato and IFL, they're really good in both zones. So they're a team and they're big and physical. So it just takes a lot more hard work down in the corners and throwing pucks at the net. Cosilla was trying some bad angle shots, and that's something that we talked about doing, and we try to get me and Russell try to get to the net for him as much as we could to get offense going.
Mikey, can you describe that second goal? What did you see anything, or were you just throwing it?
Well, I saw Jimmy Schultz. He shot for a stick, I think Russell's, and it missed wide and popped out in kind of a perfect spot for me. And as I got hit, I just it came past the goal line, and I just tapped it in.
Charlie, talk about what you were facing. I mean, they were really blitzing you, especially in the first period. I think the shots were 18-9 at one point. So, and Raskov made that great pass to open up Susie to get the first goal.
Yeah, I mean, that first goal was a really good play by them. We played Duluth 4 of the times this year, so the 4 of the games we played them, they've thrown a lot of pucks to the net, so I was kind of expecting that. And that's a very talented hockey team over there. So. If you give them time, they can do a lot of damage.
Bob, talk about what adjustments you made from the series where they swept you a few weeks ago and how you were able to turn the tables on them in this game.
I don't know if they're a team on a roll and playing very strong, and they're kind of methodical. They got great speed, which makes it difficult because with great speed you can play great defense, and that's what was limiting our chances early. We weren't moving our feet. And they've got good size, and they roll 4 lines, and they got up 1-0, and that was a scary situation because that's what happened to us before. We needed to hunker down, and it took us a while, and I think that was the adjustment. We didn't let the game get away from us. Charlie stayed strong. We fought some minutes. We fought hard minutes, and we waited. If we were going to win, we had to establish ourselves in zone. I'm going to reiterate myself. In the first period, we iced it how many times? Because we weren't making plays, we weren't moving our feet. When we finally did it to them, that caused them to have to ice the puck twice. That's when the game changed, when we finally punched them back. They were socking us in the nose. We needed to sock them back, and it just took a while for that to happen. There weren't a lot of things to change from the first time or the last time we played them. It really just came down to a few plays, and we just needed to be better in a few plays, and that's what we did tonight.
Mikey, on the third goal, you guys were obviously on a rush. It looked like Patrick was just trying to kind of come across the slot with a pass. Huh?
Yeah, he was trying to make a pass backdoor to me, and ended up taking a good bounce, and I think it beat him over the glove.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, they were able to shut down your top-ranked power play tonight. I mean, so you have to be pretty happy that you're able to get 3 even-strength goals against Kaskasuo and build on that going forward.
Well, yeah, they're I thought we had some good looks on our power play. We were moving around. We had, that's how I'll always look at our power play. Did we have looks? Did we have it in the right spot? Ethan didn't shoot a couple times, so I'm going to holler at him later because I think he had some point blank to get the puck through to the traffic. But I liked our movement. I liked how we came up with the puck. And it's not going to go in every night. The key with the power play is not to get frustrated and stay the course with what we're trying to do. And then we needed to find, like last night, I think it was Bennett putting on a little bit of a show, and tonight it was Kostla's line and Mikey that got us going. And that's been a little bit of the beauty of our team. We've got other guys that can pick up the slack.
Bob, you guys brought a lot back this season, but at what point did you maybe realize that this could be a championship caliber team?
I'm not sure if I remember. There was a point when I will tell you that. I'm not going to hide from it. I think it had. I don't know if there was a point, but when I realized what we've done on the road, in the, we got swept at Quinnipiac, the first series, one of our first road series. Probably was our first road series of the year. Ethan was hurt, and we were playing 3 freshmen deep, and they're a really good team. They are. I think they're the #1 seed, and they've earned it. And we just weren't ready that weekend without Ethan. I think we've lost 1 road game since then, and that to me is a sign of a team that doesn't get rattled and can do things on the road, and I like that quality.
Charlie just talked about, tomorrow you find out where you're going, but how do you feel like you guys are playing, going into the NCAA tournament now, with this winning streak?
Yeah, I mean, obviously tomorrow is going to be exciting. I think we're going into next week with some confidence, which I think is good. But yeah, I mean, it's back to work on Monday, and just like Coach said, I mean, we got to kind of park this and move on from it and get ready for next week, and it's going to be tough.
Charlie, like Coach said, you guys were just kind of steady really all season as a group. Where does that resolve come from, do you think?
Definitely the locker room and the senior class. They're so experienced. They won a lot of hockey games here, so a lot of that comes from them. And it's a great group in there. It's fun coming to the rink every day and playing hockey with those guys.
Mikey, at the holiday break, you had 1 goal. I think you've been a healthy scratch at least once, or maybe. What changed? Did you get a Christmas present that turned things around for you?
I think just going back home and just for Christmas break, the week that we had off, I think that I went home and I saw, okay, everything's right where I left it. I'm not missing out on anything maybe. And I came back and I knew I was happy to be in St. Cloud, and I was just ready for a good second half of the season, whether I put up points or not.
Was there some homesickness or anything like that early on, or?
No, I'm pretty used to it. So, but it's always good to go home and see your family.
Bob, you've talked to me a couple times about Callie being hurt for most of last year and needing surgery and finally getting healthy again back in the fall. So talk about his senior season and his leadership on the team, both offensively and in the locker room.
Well, it just shows how badly we missed him last year. He played all year and had that, he went 2 surgeries. And his junior year, to watch him struggle and then what it does to your psyche. And I don't know if teammates see it because they see him every day, and we knew what he did his first 2 years. And then as we started the year and saw him just continue to get back to the level that a coach, after a sophomore year, one of our coaches in our league, he said, you guys have the best player in the conference in Coastal. And it was Dave Haxtall when I bumped into him going into last year. And we're seeing it now. It took a year for him to get healthy, and that's something that a lot of athletes go through, and we keep away from the media. We don't talk about when they're playing with an injury. He had to gut it through, and there was talk we could have shut him down last year to have the surgery, and working through his family, he stayed with us. He stayed with us, and you're seeing the results. I think he's had a terrific season for us.
Mikey, by the way, there is one more tournament MVP to be won this season. You got another tournament coming up next week. But now that you've gone through everything you've gone through this year, going into this tournament, you're not feeling like a freshman anymore, are you?
No, not so much. A lot of leadership helps with that because it kind of calms the nerves when you have guys that have been there before, like our seniors and our juniors. So I'm not really, we can't let nerves get to us, and this is the point of the season when it's do or die. So we just got to go out there and play our game.